Ma'am, what's up with your hand?
And she'll kind of hold her hand up, or she'll kind of draw her hand back into her
That's
cloak
rude.
again.
But it's metal.
Rudeness aside, I'd like to ask if you have any wounded that we might be able to take a look at while we're here.
We don't really have any wounded. Nothing that would be helpful to be treated anyway. And then she'll look at, I think it was Shiki who asked about the arm. For my arm, I lost it several years ago. This was the most they could do to take care of that.
Was
At least
it
what we had.
10 years ago?
And you can kind of see her eyes narrow at Lily, and she'll shake her head a little, or she'll nod slowly. Yes, it was around that time.
Hmm.
I was about to say, don't think anyone from this world would know how to set up a mechanical arm. Well, apart from myself and maybe a few others.
Perhaps
is-
there's-
She kind of looks at Shiki a little bit more, questioning that a little bit, but she just kind of shakes her head. As for the sign, no, it didn't have that sigil on it at all. I think there was one on it, but I know for a fact it wasn't that one.
Well, that's good. Because
if,
I was hoping this was only for good things, this symbol.
if I could ask you one last question before we start searching. Do you know where the vampire might have placed his headquarters?
Yes,
Where
I
he
was
may
about
be
to
residing.
explain that. If you follow this path to go east, you eventually come across. There was an old castle. It was abandoned in years past, but from what we've been told from the few people who do stop in this town before running away, not without reason, admittedly, it should be around about the center of where all this is happening. This darkness and everything else.
Alright then, shall we get going?
What's your name?
Mylene.
Mylene. Thank you for your help. If you would like to tell the other people that we hope that we can restore their town to its former self soon.
They won't really believe much until this darkness lifts, so...
I understand.
And she'll kind of just continue to stay there. She has this long rifle still held down, pointed towards the ground. She seems cautious and paranoid enough not to fully put it away. In fact, as Shiki might have noticed from the way she was holding it, the end of the arm seems to be fitted more to holding the rifle than like an actual hand or what have you.
Interesting.
Why don't we make word the rest of the people coming along and set out now? Get this taken care of quickly for these people.
Well, maybe we should ask for permission to leave our boat here.
Ship.
We can't land our ship, sorry Shiki, in the middle of the darkness. Would it be okay if we left it here and left a small member of our amount of our crew just to maintain the ship? They won't bother you at all. If you need us to, we can even pay you a small amount for, I don't know, a docking fee or something.
She'll kind of narrow her eyes and look at Lily for a moment and just glance back towards the ship in the distance, and she'll think, there shouldn't be a fee needed, though. If anything attacks, I'll hope that your crew will help us. And if your goal was to attack us, well, it's not like we could stop that anyway.
I'll tell my chief of security that his duty is to help the town if anything attacks.
And she'll kind of nod, seeming a little grateful at that.
Thank you.
Oh, Lily, if you go and get the people, I'll stand watch until everyone's out. Then we can make a move.
Lily's gonna whisper to Shiki, keep your guns holstered. This town is on edge as it is.
Lily, I've got bad news. Actually, nah, I'm joking. I do have holsters. But it feels so nice just having one of them out.
I know, but I don't want to scare people off.
Makes me feel confident.
Lily's gonna take her white flag and her maul back to the ship
Alright.
and tell Veth and Bran what she promised she would.
All right, and Veth kind of seeing, like, she kind of rolls her eyes, but she'll nod, and Bran is, of course, he'll like nod immediately and start gathering up the, move down below decks to inform everyone else of what was requested.
I think it's time to head on out.
Yep.
All right.
Darvin, Sayara, are you ready?
I guess we are.
And Darvin will kind of nod. Yes, well, we're definitely on the right track. We just need to march forward and take down a vampire. No danger at all.
We gonna take the Landmaster? You hear Shiki say from miles away.
You mean the crab down below? Is it big enough to hold all of us? It would make the travel easier.
It's bigger on the inside.
Interesting. I suppose we should take it out, at the very least. It can get us close.
Cassidy, would you mind coming with us?
And Cassidy will nod. Yeah, I don't mind at all.
We're gonna probably be relying on your help, especially if we've got, what do they call them, werewolves and vampires and...
I would hope we don't run into werewolves there.
Werewolves
Don't
and
wanna deal
vampires
with any
and
kin.
what was that line?
I don't want to deal with any kin.
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
So yeah,
I have to do this now.
Yes, at the land crab.
Yeah, I do. I thought I had it linked to the sheet properly, but I did not. So let me remove this, re-add it.
The Shiki is crab? Oh my.
So, what? I don't get how that's gone to that.
I don't know.
So as
Well,
you're
we
going
gave him
on,
to
do you
her.
have the like headlights more or less of the crab up?
Is it dark in this town?
It isn't dark in this town, but it's definitely dark if you go like about a mile in.
Alright, so we'll turn the lights on as soon as we get into darkness.
Alright, give me a second. I want to double check what the actual lights are.
Hey, Lily, have a look at these signs. I was thinking maybe we can just attach a big old saw to the arms of this thing.
So the light
Well,
is-
we already deal a decent amount of damage with it, but this isn't really something that we want to take into
What?
battle and get damaged very much.
Well, it's not that we can use the cut away through the forest,
Well, what if a tree lands on us?
but you use the other arm to stabilize it.
Alright. Alright.
Seems
and-
dangerous, but we can maybe talk about that once we get back.
Yeah, and as you're kind of going along, I'm going to move you all to the map now. Okay.
Wow, it is dark here.
Yeah, scroll down.
Alright, here we are.
Yeah.
Well, that made it easy.
That was enough, apparently.
Alright, and you
Oh,
kind of
no.
scroll down. As you've coming up along the hill, you're kind of went through a bit of a forest at one point to get this way. Continuing to follow the path, and as you come along, you see that there's a rather large abandoned castle in the
There
distance.
it is.
Already?
It probably took several hours to get here.
Oh.
Anyway, I regrettably need to be right back, so I'm going to heavily ask nobody freaking moves
Alright.
until I do this. And you can just have the various discussions that you would have had on the trip. I do apologize. I'll be right back.
So, Shiki. Crabs?
No,
Oh, okay. That's the extent of the
Whoever-
conversation we have on the show.
whoever said that was stupid.
I think we're all a bit too stressed to have a conversation.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly clean.
So, who are our sponsors this week?
I don't know.
This week brought to you by Hip Hop, the book for babies that has a bunny on the cover. The bird
Hip-hop.
sings. Tweet, tweet.
Are you just reading the baby book now?
The rabbit jumps. Hip hop.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
The dog barks. Woof woof.
We got this book for the baby. Sadly, the baby doesn't even understand when we read it to her.
The fish swims. Splish splash. The cat
Wish that
sleeps.
I was taking my bath. Boom, 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 boom.
The cat sleeps. Purr purr. This is the only book that Lily carries with her.
Yes, the only one she can read.
This is the only one she carries. It's because it has pictures, and the pictures are nice.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be right back myself.
Don't leave me here with him.
I'm still
Alto,
here.
it's just you, me, and the crazy Risu.
But
So far, I
Risu
think
that
you're the
just woke
crazier
up
one here.
not too long ago and is trying to wake up for coffee. To be fair, I worked last night with no coffee.
Well, I work
I
every
don't
day
drink
with
coffee,
no coffee.
so
What is this blasphemous way?
It's the way of no coffee, in which you are not reliant upon some foreign substance in order to function every day. It's really cool. You should try it sometime.
You should go kick your own ass, because I work overnights and you didn't work last night.
I've pulled 30-hour days before without sleeping and without coffee. I know what it's like.
I've worked 48-hour shifts before. I kid you not.
But you got to sleep during that.
No, I didn't. It was a 48-hour shift. That was back before I met you guys. Working at a convenience store. It sucked.
That's not
sounds
legal. That's not legal.
Well, what else am I supposed to do when, there is no one else coming in to relieve the store and the store has to stay open 24/7?
It's not legal to have one person work 48 hours straight.
Yeah, no, that's just not legal. You should have called the state about that.
That's up to your
One
boss
moment,
to make that
Mr.
work.
Yellen.
I've walked into a fun conversation.
Hi, Val is
Okay.
AFK.
Cool.
Winky face.
Alright. So, let's
Juggernaut.
see. Meanwhile, I can get into the appearance and everything of this place is going. So, as you're going along, you do see that these trees and they're starting to get gnarled. They just gnarled all around. There's a heavy mist that seems to pass through a lot back and forth. It's definitely ominous. Based on the descriptions you've heard of the area around the vampire's lair, you're very sure that you're getting very close.
Guys, I'm fairly sure we're getting pretty close.
Come
I
across
mean,
the end, you'd start to see the castle in the distance. It's kind of faintly outlined by the moonlight. It's not the easiest to see. It's kind of out of range of the apparatus's headlights. You'll come up closer, you'll see that the word I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? The
Ramparts?
not the ramparts, the barricades. They're kind of made of a. It seems at first glance to be a dead wood covered in barbed wire, and as you get closer, you realize it's fairly strong. And you can't really hear much anything in the apparatus at this point. Are you going to keep taking it, or are you going to get out?
Remind me to patch this thing up when we get back, because it's not at full health.
Okay.
Let's just
Yeah.
keep sitting in it for a little while. Unless anyone wants to get out. Anyone want to get out?
I see no reason to get out at this time, perhaps.
Yeah.
At least until we get to an actual entrance. We could probably use this to take down ramparts if need be.
Hold right there.
Yep.
You roll perception checks as well.
Hold
Okay.
up. Sweet. Where's my perception? I can read.
Goodness, Lily.
What is a lily?
A miserable pile of secrets. Hey, look, a bad roll!
Shut up.
No. Look, Shiki can. Val can actually do good rolls.
Okay, so let's see. Lily.
Shiki
Who's
has
piloting,
advantage,
by the
right?
way, as well? Yeah,
Yeah, I've always got advantage as long as it's slate based.
Well, I've been moving it, so I assume probably
so
I've
Lily's piloting it, so Lily is looking forward.
been...
Yep.
Shiki's probably there as well.
Yeah, Shiki's probably also looking forward. Darvin could be looking off in any direction, but he doesn't have can you check his invocation, see if he has dark vision? I think I gave it to him. I think I gave him the Devil's Sight.
I think you did too, but let me check.
Ione.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Does Ione have actual dark vision?
She has the goggles of night.
Yes, she does. I don't. Fair enough. So, as this is going on, Ione, Sayara, you notice something climbing up the corner battle, or like climbing up, standing on the edge of the corner battlements.
And Shiki would know as well.
I know,
Shiki,
right?
if Shiki could see out the window, I don't think she would have had proper angle to that window.
Do you
Roughly.
let anyone know that there's something coming?
Where is it?
It was coming
thought
from
you
the lower battlements.
So it's coming from like right here.
Lower
Or
battlements,
something.
the one below that.
Oh, so like right here.
Yeah.
Could you, hey Lily, turn the car around real quick.
All right.
Turn the crab around.
What's
and
a
as the
car?
crab is slowly turning around, you do hear 2 thuds.
Oh!
I think maybe it's time to get out.
Roll initiatives, everyone. Let me
We
bring up a
can't.
token. Yeah, I realize. Let me roll everyone's.
Initiative.
I'm just gonna put. Come on, map. Select GM layer. I'm gonna move everyone back here. I'm going to move everyone to token layer.
Woo!
Yep. So yeah, roll your initiatives now.
It's not mine.
Bring
That
it.
was- You still have the wrong token for Sariel.
Did I not give it? Oh yeah, I know what happened there. Let me delete this one. What happened is I like the token I can pull off the sheet. I didn't actually link to her, which is the problem. There we go. Should be the right one now. Yes, it is.
Man, look at that beautiful roll. 4.
All right.
Oh.
But you are all still in the thing currently, so even though they rolled shit, it doesn't matter too much.
I still go after it.
Yeah. So keep in mind, you are all in the apparatus currently.
What?
Did everyone roll?
Everyone's rolled, you just need to...
I need to roll for Cassidy.
Oh yeah, Cass.
Cassidy's going on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 8. Yep, we got everyone.
One moment, please. I apologize. It's not like I have other initiatives to roll, is it? Could be. Who knows?
Probably not. Like, why would we ever have other initiatives besides from the things we can see? That would be weird.
Yeah. And this thing. Not bad, not bad. Alright, now let me pull everyone into order.
I will say, I feel like turning the lob tank was a bad idea because that took up an entire round.
Yeah, it basically allowed both of these things to get right next to you.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been quite that close because they would have jumped, so they would have been landing like here-ish and here-ish from where they jumped. And like you would have seen them climbing up from this battlement over the side, and they just jumped. And they seem more or less unharmed. As for what you're seeing, these things, now that you've like turned the apparatus around, you have full light shining on them, they appear to be like they're obviously mechanical. Like that is without a doubt, you can tell they're mechanical. They have several glowing red eyes, 2 like little pincers attached to a bunch of pistons. They have a long claw attached to pistons, 4 legs moving around. They seem to scuttle around, not quite like a spider, but also I don't want to say like a crab. They're kind of just like scuttering around like a bit of an insect, and seem very, very easily able to move on these legs. All right, so Ione's turn. I'm gonna say you can open up the door freely.
So you're saying they have advantage against trip for prone. And they probably
know what I'm
resist
saying.
everything I can throw at them.
You have no idea what I'm saying about them.
So about here's where we're getting out.
Yeah, like you get out the backside. So like where Ione is currently, that is, I'm gonna say 5 feet of movement.
All right, I'll let you move, Cassidy. I was just moving my token to
Yeah.
kind of like.
So Cassidy's kind of late. So that's where Ione is currently. That is where you'll be getting out.
Okay.
And that is 5 feet of movement to get to there, because you're technically starting where Cassidy is right now.
That sums up what we're looking at.
Got it. So starting this off.
Yep.
Feet. There's 30 feet. Remember that.
Okay.
So 35.
Okay.
And going to attack the first one.
Okay.
Just gonna put Lily in the tank.
I clicked it.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
Does it seem effective at all?
The cold damage doesn't seem to be having quite the effect you were hoping, but the piercing definitely does hurt. So it'll take 9 damage.
Alright, then I'll just take the armor arm because they have better luck with these rolls. Now watch, roll bad. Just like it.
That'll hit for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. I'm going to... There's another 10 feet.
Okay, you have mobile, so he can't attack of opportunity.
Flurry.
Okay.
That's loud, Alto.
Alright. And, you know what? I'm going to try to knock it 15 feet back.
Okay, so...
And for the
let
rest
me
of my
double check again.
movement, should be
Both of those
right
do hit, so
there.
he'll take another lot of damage. And you're going to try to knock it back 15 feet, which is a strength save.
Which, I bet on the second one.
Yeah, and he's completely fine. Were you going to do anything on the first?
Shoot and flurry on the first.
Remove reactions.
Alright,
Just
but
don't
yeah, you hit him a good few times. He's not knocked back, however.
I'll just move over here now.
Okay.
That's my movement.
Darvin's turn.
Darvin's gonna take his step out.
Mhm.
Spellbook. Don't want to. Yeah, so I'll just do.
Hey, it's great.
Yeah, I have it set up so you only have to roll it once. So the first one is a crit
Oh.
for 13 force, and the second one is not a crit for 7, so 20 force total.
Bad hat. Sorry.
Yeah, I set it up for minimal rolls. Yep. All right, and it kind of reels back. You see like small chunks of gears and stuff flying off.
And then he'll like, kind of. That's a fence there, isn't it?
You can stand there though. I can say you can stand against it. But he's
I was gonna have him go.
Standing on that, no, but you can stand where he is currently. You can
I'll
stand
have
there.
him. I'll have him go there then.
All right. Next up is
Just so
not
people
Lily's
follow.
turn.
Okay.
Not Lily's turn.
All right.
Okay, so it'd be Shiki.
It's
We
not
gotta come
Shiki's
up.
turn either.
It's not Shiki's turn. Oh God. Oh no.
So
I
I'm just gonna
can see-
move everyone currently who is not out over here.
Okay.
And let me just, as Darvin like moves off to the side, Ione can see this as well and looks over. You can see there are figures appearing on the battlements. Let me move over to reveal areas. Figures on the battlements.
God damn, we need to turn up my
It's hard to
brightness.
see at this distance. They appear to be skeletons, though their bones are entirely red.
Skeleton warriors.
No,
I know
it's
exactly what's
blood
gonna happen with these
skeletons.
Do you now?
We don't have vampire killer. No. I mean,
The vampire killer's not what you need on red skeletons.
Alright, so they all appear to have longbows as well. The first ones will take shots at... Oh, who are they going to fire at? They'll fire at Darvin. One... Come on. One hits. What's his AC?
Darvin?
Yeah,
His AC, let me go check.
is 19. Oh, he's not having a fun time from these first ones.
Yeah, his AC's 19.
He is not having a fun time from the first one. So the first arrow will hit, and he will take 7 piercing damage and 5 necrotic damage. The second arrow will crit as it catches him deep in the chest, dealing 15 piercing damage and 12 necrotic.
Well, Darvin, we knew you well.
So about that rod.
The next ones
I'll
will
just take it
turn-
off his dead
Not getting
body.
his rod.
The next ones will turn to both fire at Ione. First one will miss absolutely horribly. The next one, what's Ione's AC? 19. That one will hit for 5 piercing and 5 necrotic.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
Oh, well.
Then
you can roll it.
there's another hit.
Are
at
you
Ryan.
using deflect missile?
I am, and apparently my class actions got all mixed up on me, so... Boop.
That you'll be able to deflect it, unless you wanted to catch it.
No, she'll catch it. She'll just drop it, though. She's
Alright,
not gonna
fair enough.
throw it.
Next attack will be another miss by the other skeleton. One more. This one will just barely, like you kind of just tilt your head to the side as the arrow whizzes past your neck. And the last one, Lily is standing at the doorway, I assume, right?
She's inside and probably has full cover.
She would have half cover, so it's very unlikely to hit her.
Okay.
Because it's going to be it needs like a crit to hit her.
The angle.
Yeah, the other upper one does have an angle, but it needs a very good roll. That's not a good enough roll. That's a good enough roll. That was basically a crit, except without being a crit. So with half cover, that one will still hit, dealing 11 piercing and 4 necrotic to Lily.
Okay.
You can take it.
That is all of their turns. So now is Lily's.
Alright, Lily gonna step outside.
Mhm.
And... Oh, okay. 2 sheets, right. And she would like to rage.
Okay, she may rage.
Yay. And, alright, boom. So I can get down to here. And I am going to use my maul on this guy.
Okay.
Yes, maul. And with that, if that hits,
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up more sheets. Wrong chat. That will hit. And she's going to try to trip, so that'll be 20 damage plus 7, so 27 damage. And it has to roll a strength save.
that was almost max damage.
And he passes a strength save very easily.
Okay. And attack again.
Right,
That
and
was
one
max
hit.
damage.
Yes, that was max damage.
And
Lily, roll dex save.
boy.
Ooh, nice, nice. So as Lily comes out, you slam into its side with the maul, and you come back around, and you kind of just pummel it into its face. And as you pummel it into its face, it kind of reels back, and you can see at this point, there's the large crack on its chest breaks open. You can see a glowing, you'd have to assume it's a power source almost. And it glows more, and more, and more, and it explodes. Lily, you take 12 fire damage.
Cool.
So 6 fire damage. It's dead.
By the way, I need to give someone else this bracelet of fire resistance.
All right. And anything else for Lily?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you could action surge. We got another one.
I don't have any more movement, so no.
All right. Shiki is up.
Woo, yeah! No, where's my... No, I gotta find my token.
You're off to the left.
Yep, do it. There's the move.
Shouldn't you be one higher?
So out of the tank. 2 skeletons. Okay. 2 up there, 2 down there. 1, 2, 3. Gonna move there. I'm gonna fire on that skeleton there.
Okay.
Come on.
Didn't even know why I considered saying they would have cover, because I think everyone who would shoot at them ignores the cover.
I've got sharp, so I'm fine. And that is chamber 1, so plus 4 fire damage to it.
All right. So that one will hit, dealing. Like you see the skeletons are kind of pulling out more arrows to fire, and you kind of line up, and you catch him, and you knock a good chunk of bone off as he takes 16 damage between the piercing and the fire. He seems to be about. He'd obviously. Actually, he's a red skeleton. You're pretty sure he is bloody.
Oh, the meat's just being slowly creeped up in bones. Freshly carved this morning.
All right,
Ugh.
and you have another shot.
Yeah, I do have another shot. I know what it's gonna do. And same one.
And that'll hit, but this does not have the fire. And you
Correct.
kind of line up the shot, and you catch it in the other shoulder, and it kind of rears back, and it's kind of just sagging around, trying to hold itself together.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.